Hello everyone, this is Ratika Roy Bhattacharya. I welcome you all on my YouTube channel Study Together with Ratika. Today we are going to start a new chapter of class 7th, that is respiration in organisms. These are the topics that we are going to discuss today in the whole video. I'll try to complete the whole chapter in this same video. Let's start now. First point is, why do we respire, or what is the need of respiration in our body? We have numerous number of cells in our body. All of these cells perform various functions. These functions can be like nutrition, photosynthesis, respiration, circulation, excretion, etc. All of these functions require huge amount of energy, right? And this energy we get from the process that is known as respiration. The food that we eat, it is composed of various components like carbohydrate, protein, fat, minerals, vitamin, etc. So, these are the substances which are present in our food. Then these have various complex substances present in them. Those complex substances have to be broken down with the help of oxygen or in absence of oxygen. And they break down into simpler substances, right? The complex substances break down into simpler substances and a fixed amount of energy is produced, right? This energy we use for our day-to-day life activities. Now, so let's see the correct definition of the respiration process. Respiration is the process in which the food is broken down into simpler substances with the production of energy, right? And this energy we use for various functions. For example, like we walk, talk, play, and so many activities are there. All of these activities are performed by these energies. Then the type of respiration, it is further divided into two types, aerobic and anaerobic. As the name indicates, air. So when there is presence of or there is requirement of oxygen, that respiration is known as aerobic respiration. And those organisms who perform respiration or aerobic respiration, these organisms are known as aerobes. It is always important to learn these names as well. Anaerobes are those organisms who perform anaerobic respiration, right? Now, with the help of these equations, we can see what are the conditions of respiration. First is presence of oxygen, as we saw in aerobic respiration. Second is anaerobic respiration when there is no oxygen, right? So in aerobic respiration, the glucose breaks down into carbon dioxide, water and energy. Then in anaerobic respiration, the glucose breaks down into alcohol, carbon dioxide and energy. The next condition is lack of oxygen. This occurs in aerobes, but what happens? Sometimes we are not able to get full amount of oxygen when we do strenuous exercises. Our body, all our cells do not get complete oxygen, and because of that lack of oxygen, lactic acid is produced, and along with this, energy is also produced. Now, because of the production of this lactic acid, we feel so much of pain in our muscles. And that is the most important reason why when we start exercising or jogging or anything like that, after a longer period of time, we feel a muscle cramp, right? The next is, why do we breathe? You must be thinking, we were discussing respiration, then from where this breathing came. Actually, breathing is one of the processes which is involved in respiration. Respiration is the complete process in which energy is produced, which further has many steps involved. Breathing is one of the methods or one of the steps. Breathing again is divided into two major steps, that is inhalation and exhalation, right? Inhalation or inspiration is the step in which oxygen enters in our body. Exhalation or expiration is the process in which carbon dioxide is expelled out of our body. Let's see further. Now the question arises, how do we breathe, right? We talked about inhalation and exhalation. First of all, let's see the human respiratory system. How do the air enters our body? You know that the passage, this nasal passage is there through which the air enters our body. The openings are known as nostrils, and the complete cavity is known as nasal cavity. The oxygen enters through nose and then reaches the trachea. This is the trachea from where the oxygen has entered. This trachea is further divided into bronchi. Bronchi form further networks which are known as bronchioles. At the end of each bronchiole, you will find these yellow colored structure. Here I have shown you in yellow color. These are alveoli, which I have also shown here. This alveoli is helpful in exchange of gases. The air which has already entered the trachea, it reaches to bronchi, from bronchi to bronchioles, and from bronchioles to alveoli. Now you see the structure of alveoli. It is swollen structure and a very thin membrane it has got. It is surrounded by various number of blood vessels. Specifically, if we talk about, then these are surrounded by capillaries which may contain pure as well as impure blood. When this contains the impure blood, the oxygen which is already present in the alveoli, this oxygen goes into the blood capillary, right? And the carbon dioxide which was already present in the blood capillary reaches to alveoli. All of these processes take place through diffusion, right? And in this way, the blood capillary which was filled with carbon dioxide or impure blood now is rich with oxygen. This blood capillary runs through our body and the oxygen is given to each and every cell wherever required. And the blood capillary which was having carbon dioxide, it goes from alveoli to bronchioles, from bronchioles to bronchi, from bronchi to trachea, and from trachea to nose or mouth, and then the carbon dioxide is expelled out from our body. Now next is what is inhalation, exhalation and breathing rate. As we discussed that inhalation is the inspiration process in which we take in oxygen, right? Or we take in air, because air doesn't contain only oxygen, it contains various other gases. Now after this, the air enters the nose. Now during inhalation process, what happens? We have this diaphragm which is a muscular structure present just beneath the chest cavity, right? It goes downwards so that more and more space is created in the lungs. The ribs are expelled outwards so that more and more space is provided inside the lungs and more of oxygen is taken inside. Then during exhalation process, the reverse take place. The diaphragm relaxes and goes to its original position. The ribs move inwards, because of which the air which was contained inside the lungs move out of our body. The next is breathing rate. You know that one inhalation plus one exhalation equals to one breath. So breathing rate is the number of times we breathe in a minute, right? Number of times a person breathes in a minute is known as breathing rate. One breath means one inhalation which is followed by one exhalation, right? Let's see breathing in other animals. First of all, breathing in cockroach. You must have seen cockroach. You will find various openings are present at the sides of the cockroach body. These openings are known as spiracles, right? And you know, inside the body there are various tubular structures which are known as trachea. And these structures help in exchange of gases inside the body. The next is earthworm. You know that the earthworm has slimy and moist skin which is helpful in gaseous exchange. So the gaseous exchange takes place through this skin. Also you must have seen in frog that it also has got slimy skin along with lung. Because frogs are amphibians, they can live on land as well as in the water. When they are present inside the water, they use their skin, right? And when they are present on land, they use their lungs for respiration. Next is fish. You know that in fish, they have got gills, and these gills are helpful for taking up oxygen which is dissolved in water. And these gills are supplied with more and more number of blood capillaries so that the exchange of gases take place through them. Then the last topic is respiration in plants. If you are still watching this video, please make sure that you like, share and subscribe to this channel so that you get the notification on time. We know that plants do not take in oxygen, instead they take in carbon dioxide and release oxygen. And the oxygen which is released by plants, these oxygen are taken up by humans or other animals. So you see, the roots which are present in the soil, these soil particles have air spaces in them. So the roots get the air from the soil. But the leaves, you see, these have structure that is known as stomata. The yellow pole-like structure I have drawn here. In the leaf, you will find on the upper and lower surface that small pole-like structures are present, which are known as stomata. When you see the complete structure, you will find that these two guard cells, which are kidney shaped, these two guard cells are present, and these are surrounded by various other cells, and these are actually known as chloroplasts. This is right now the open guard cell, right? Or you can say the open stomata it is, which is helpful in taking in carbon dioxide and release oxygen. When not functioning, it is closed and the structure becomes like this. This is the closed stomata and this one is open stomata, right? In this way, we have seen how the respiration takes place in plants. If you are able to understand this topic, please write down in the comment section. If you are not able to understand, then also write down. In our next video, we will be discussing about transportation in plants and animals. Till then, bye-bye, take care and thanks for watching. And please do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.